Social media can be both helpful and harmful depending on how it's used. So, for example, with social media being helpful for people with mental health issues, they can have the chance to reach out and connect with people who have had the same experiences as them or similar situations when they may have not had that opportunity to in real life, especially because mental health is such a taboo topic.
Peer mentor Emma Savitsky says being able to reach out and talk to someone who knows what you're going through can be really helpful. But she says, just like with most things, there are negatives to social media as well.
So with personal image, I think that on social media it's very similar to real life in terms of your personal image because it's projecting what you want other people to see. So if that's causing someone distress, I would say, in my own personal opinion, that maybe taking some time to kind of maybe step away from social media if they feel like that's what they need to improve themselves and feel better.
Savitsky says if turning off social media platforms for a short period of time does not help, it may be time to think about professional counseling.
If they're still struggling and this problem is much deeper than just social media and it's their self-esteem as a whole, I think that counseling and therapy and reaching out and just talking to someone in general is pretty much helpful for anything and for anyone. So if someone has that opportunity, I would strongly encourage them to do so.
Savitsky stresses that she is not a professional or a licensed counselor yet, but she is working towards becoming one in the future. A behavioral health counseling major, she says being a peer counselor is helping her to fill her need to help others.
But being a peer counselor, after getting, you get trained, it can help you. I feel like I'm doing what I can to help with my ability to help at the moment, and I feel really good about that. And I feel like everyone deserves to be able to talk, anonymously, confidentially.
Another Drexel University peer counselor, Lexi Weinstein, says the mental health impact of social media often depends not only on the platform but also on your audience.
I feel like in some cases it can be beneficial because it can boost people's self-esteem. Like Instagram, for example, you post pictures, you get positive feedback, but at the same time I feel like it could also have a lot of pressure because then you get pressured to hit like a certain amount of likes or a certain amount of comments. So I feel like it could veer both ways.
And while it can veer either way, Lexi says we all should keep in mind that not everything we see on someone's social media page is reality.
More often than not, unfortunately, with our modern day population, more often we edit our pictures, so it's not what you're really seeing in real life, and that's not an accurate depiction of who you should strive to be because everyone has their own unique aspects to themselves, and their self-esteem shouldn't reflect off of what other people look like because everyone's different in every way and everyone has their own flaws and imperfections, while at the same time they have their own aspects that make them really incredible.
While we know staying off of all social media is nearly impossible, especially for the younger generation, we asked the peer counselors which platforms they feel are the safest for healthy conversations.
YouTube can be helpful for people with, to share their own stories. I feel like that's definitely something you see a lot with someone, opening up and talking about their struggles, which can kind of start a conversation. And even with Twitter, with the Me Too movement, that's something, started a conversation. So, and every year they have Bell Let's Talk and some other hashtags that are similar to that for, World Mental Health Day. So I feel like when there's the opportunity to start talking about it, that's when it's going to do the most help.
Well, I feel like Instagram is most commonly utilized in terms of just connecting with other people sort of thing and picture-wise, but I feel like if you want to get beneath the surface and get legitimate conversations and actual relationship sort of things out of it, then Twitter's a more direct way.
If you are struggling with emotions, whether brought on by content on social media or otherwise, services are available through Drexel's Counseling Center 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can see contact information on your screen.